Imagine standing in front of the Great Pyramid of Giza, awestruck by its size and the mysteries it holds. A structure so accurate that its sides almost perfectly align with the cardinal points of the compass that it continues to surprise specialists to this day. This is the Great Pyramid of Giza, and in this video, we reveal the Great Pyramid's mysteries and how the most recognizable monument of the ancient world was actually built. From building feats that defy current technology to the genius of a lost civilization, everything you've never heard before, so get ready! For centuries, one of the world's biggest mysteries has been how a primitive society with minimal technology built the Great Pyramid of Giza, the oldest and only survivor of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. It was the tallest man-made building on Earth for approximately 4,000 years, standing at 146 meters. Archaeologists have discovered the Journal of Mysterie, an official engaged in the construction of Giza's Great Pyramid, which some consider to be one of the biggest finds in Egypt in the 21st century. The oldest papyrus in the world dates back 4,500 years and explains how wooden boats and an amazing system of waterworks delivered chunks of limestone and granite weighing up to 15 tons from 13 kilometers away. Mysterie recalls how he and a crew of 40 elite workers transported the stones from Tyre to Giza along the Nile River. Papyrus and other archaeological excavations have given new knowledge on how the pyramids were built in recent years. The first fact that came to light was that water was used to transport the massive stones. Ever thought about it? When the Nile flooded in the summer, massive dikes were constructed to drain water from the river and channel it to the pyramid via an artificial canal system, establishing an inland port that allowed boats to dock very near to the worksite, just a few hundred meters away from the building pyramid. The development of artificial ports was a watershed moment for Egyptians, allowing them to engage in trade and form new contacts with people from other countries. Second was that wooden boats were made with rope instead of nails. The limestone was transported down the Nile in wooden boats made of planks and rope that could tow 2.5-ton stones. Archaeologist Mohammed Abd el-Magid reconstructed the Egyptian boat from scratch using old tomb carvings and the remains of an ancient disassembled ship as a guide. 3D scans of the ship planks revealed that the boats were riddled with flaws that perfectly lined up with each other. These boats were sewn together using rope rather than nails or wood pegs, much like a big jigsaw puzzle. Yes, you heard right. Imagine how hectic it would be to put wooden blocks together like you're playing a game with every block the same. The new boat was built with 1,000 holes and 5 kilometers of rope, and Abd el-Magid attempts to recreate Mysterie's passage down the Nile with a 2-ton limestone rock in the secrets of the pyramid. These boats were carefully rowed down the Nile with the current to the worksite. After the rocks were unloaded, the wind assisted in propelling the vessel back to the quarry. Next, the workers were prized and lived nearby in a large settlement. Archaeologist Mark Lehner discovered relics that show a large community that housed up to 20,000 people. Ordinary laborers were housed in massive dormitories, but team leaders like Mysterie lived in relative luxury with their own residences. Millions of little fragments of common life trash demonstrate that these hungry laborers were properly cared for. To offer food and drink, an entire city was built near the pyramid site. Building the pyramids was a source of honor for the majority of the laborers. These people were respected employees of the state. Lastly, the workers belonged to teams. Mysterie's notebook mentions Einkhoff, Pharaoh Khufu's half-brother, who is assumed to have been in charge of the operation. He organized the labor into files teams of 40 men, which were overseen by someone like Mysterie. Archaeologist Pierre Tallet uncovered artifacts with team names in Wadi al-Jarf, an isolated desert outpost approximately 250 kilometers away. 4 files created an elite labor gang. Each crew is responsible for a certain aspect of the pyramid's construction or the transportation of materials to the job site. Hundreds of workers worked together for nearly 20 years to construct the world's tallest and heaviest structure. Yes, 20 years. That is a really long time, isn't it? They changed the landscape and in the process built a new society, which archaeologist Mark Lehner considers to be a true success. Once they had put all these systems and all this infrastructure in place, there was no going back. They became more important than the pyramid itself, setting Egyptian culture on a course for the next 2 or 3 millennia. And there you have it, the incredible ways how the Great Pyramid was built, demonstrating the ancient Egyptians' remarkable engineering skills. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating content.